And welcome into the Rowdy Studios, wrapping up the hell of a good sour cream dips at the Glen. A Monday race. My name is Bass Masters. That's Buzz Cutler, back from vacation, I see.
Did you notice my tan?
No.
Oh.
Let's talk about what happened out on the racetrack today. Marcus Ambrose finally getting that first Cup win.
Finally. I mean, he's been so close at Watkins, Glen. He had 3 nationwide wins in a row until he missed that race this year because of sponsorship issues. Coulda, shoulda won Sonoma, a lot of people think, last year, but he couldn't get his car restarted. So this win has been a long time coming for Marcus Ambrose, and I think it's a great win not only for him but for Richard Petty Motorsports after what they went through last season and all the turmoil for that organization.
Well, I believe it's the first win for that organization since the turmoil, and Ambrose took a big chance coming to Richard Petty Motorsports because he basically walked away from his ride at JTG Daugherty Racing where he drove last year.
He had 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah, and he walked away without a seat yet, and it ended up being at Richard Petty Motorsports, and that was questionable for a long time. So a big win. I think we can say, hands down, this is the best road course racer in the Cup Series right now. I mean, the way he drove those last few laps. Let's talk about the strategy that won Ambrose the race. First of all, Kyle Busch was on a 2-stop strategy. Brad Keselowski on a 2-stop strategy, only having to pit twice during the race. Marcus Ambrose didn't have the fuel mileage to do that. Had to go with 3 stops, took one early, and then split the difference for the last 2 runs and made it work.
And counted on a caution. And, you know, as we said off air, you know, that's not a big risk to take at a road course. But if it hadn't been for that Denny Hamlin caution, Marcus Ambrose wouldn't have been in position to charge to the front and pick up the W.
Well, and the other thing is, when you're making a 3-stop race out of this and the other guys are on 2, you're going to have to come from behind. We had a late restart, a green-white checker situation. That means 2 laps of racing to go. Ambrose was in third, kind of spun his tires, it looked like, a little on the restart.
Yeah, but Kyle Busch made a bigger mistake than Marcus Ambrose did. They both made mistakes off of that final restart, but Kyle Busch's was more damaging.
We knew that turn 1 was going to be a big passing zone in this race, and it was. Kyle Busch got into turn 1 too hard. Keselowski drove underneath him, and Ambrose drove underneath him. They both drove underneath him, and that left Keselowski in the lead with Ambrose second, and then Ambrose set him up for the pass and able to get past him and drive away for the win. Very, very impressive on Marcus Ambrose's part.
Yeah, now we just need to wait. I don't think an oval is out of the question for Marcus Ambrose. Maybe not this season, but as Richard Petty Motorsports continues to build, continues to improve, maybe even continues to solidify their relationship with Roush Fenway, I don't think an oval win for Marcus Ambrose is out of the question.
I don't either, and I think the thing is, once you get that win, it can really change your perspective as a race team and as a driver. And Bristol, coming up in a couple weeks, is actually quite a good track for Marcus Ambrose.
If I remember correctly, he's finished as high as third at Bristol.
He has finished as high as third at Bristol. So just keep your eye on this guy for the next couple of years. A lot of people think, and I think we agree, he's a very, very talented guy. And it's fun to have a foreign driver, guy from Australia, come over, win a race. Such a great personality, so much life to him, and it's just great to see.
Yeah. It really is.
Now, as far as the wild card goes, I think it's still a long shot, but we'll be talking about that in another video here coming up shortly. For Buzz Cutler, I'm Bass Masters. That's what happened in the hell of a good sour cream dips at the Glen.
It was a hell of a good race.
Yes, it was.
At the Glen.
It was tasty.
Huh?
Tasty.
Yeah.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.